Can you tell us anything whatsoever?
Come on, I know you
Just give us something. One more stage.
Welcome back to the Two Dudes Talk Music YouTube channel. I am the Reverend Raph, joined once again by my good friend Kyle, aka the Beer Buddy.
What's going on, everybody?
As well as Chris and Jolene from Mezmik. Now, if you haven't listened to the podcast episode, go back and check that one out, either on your podcast feed or on YouTube. We had a great discussion with these guys on there. But it is time for the quick question quarter, spelled with Q's, not K's, because we don't roll like that. And the whole purpose here is we're going to ask some questions to really dive into our guests' musical mental minds and try and understand what drives them, what inspires them, what got them started in music. We did touch on a little bit of this on the podcast, so I think I can guess what a few of the responses might be, but we're going to go through it all the same, and we're going to dive in right now with the first question, nice and simple. What was the first instrument that you guys learned to play? Vocals does count, recorder in grade 3 does not.
I was piano.
Nice.
And I was guitar. So
Nice.
I just stuck with it.
Very, very nice. What was your first guitar?
My first guitar was
Oh,
I
he
still got it.
Good on you.
He's still got it.
this Jackson PS1.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's brilliant guitar. I still use it all the time.
Yeah.
I've changed pickups out of it because the pickups are a bit crusty. But yeah, still a brilliant guitar.
That's nice.
That's the thing, man. Those things are made with they're good chassis. Like if you can put it into car terms, the chassis are great.
Yeah.
And all you need to do is just upgrade little bits and pieces like the electronics and
Yes.
Yeah. And I got this one probably 2001. So it's seen some shit.
Hell yeah. It's been through it. All right. What was the first album that you purchased?
I don't want to say.
This is
Oh,
like,
come on. There's no judgment.
no, there's no judgment here.
I think mine was I think it was Metallica Black or and
Yeah.
Why would you be embarrassed about that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Feel old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been Metallica Black or Frontera Southern Treadkill or
Ooh.
that's it.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
something along those lines.
Yeah.
You?
They're good.
Yeah, they're I love it. You got nothing to shame about. On the other hand,
Oh yeah, okay.
my first album I ever bought was 100% Hits Volume 5. So mix a lot.
Those classics. Those
Mm.
things are classic.
There's a bit of contention. It could have also been New Kids on the Block. What was that?
You're not going to tell the truth. No.
I know. This is where Skeletons come out and it shows how fucking
No.
old I am.
No.
But this New Kids on the Block album was something like that. This is back when I was like 10.
Yeah.
It was
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe it's just like channeling sort of
No, I'm pretty sure I bought Metallica Black. Yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
So it's just me. The Skeletons.
There's nothing wrong with
Hey,
it. Nothing
look,
wrong with it.
if it starts your path to where you are now, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the first live concert that you attended?
Mine was Savage Garden.
Nice.
Hey,
That's so. I don't.
It was really cool.
they
We're not gonna.
they were a musical force in Australia for quite some time.
Yeah.
There was, and hey, I know plenty of metalheads that love Savage Garden still to this day.
Yeah. Cassie.
Yeah. Shout out to Cassie.
Shout out.
Um,
Hope you're doing well, bud.
Yeah. So mine was Big Day Out 1997.
Oh,
That was where that would have been back when it was still at Moore Park.
No, maybe. I honestly can't remember. But all I remember, it had Soulfly. When they first just came out, they had Korn.
Oh,
Nirvana was there that year, wasn't it?
no.
Was Nirvana 96 or was it 98?
Yeah, they didn't play the one that I went to, unfortunately. It had also Hole played as well.
Oh, Courtney Love.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Close enough.
yeah.
The sound garden there.
But yeah, that was my first ever concert experience, and that was, I was 17 at the time, or somewhere around that age, and I was just, lost in this massive festival, getting caught in massive mosh pits, and I was just like, what the hell is going on?
And try this.
Mm.
I swear it'll be fun.
Yeah.
That was definitely a manic experience. It was awesome, but crazy, especially if
Oh,
never been to a concert before, and I went to the Asthma opener.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's. I mean, I
big
think.
day out's what I busted my cherry with.
I think. Yeah, I think that was the Big Day Out was the first kind of like big concert that I think I went to as
Yeah.
well, and but mine was like, what 2000, whatever year Metallica played. So 2003,
think so.
Wow.
I think.
Wow.
yeah, I think I actually went to that one as well.
So, but yeah, that was because I remember it was the first time I ever got to see Metallica live was that one. So,
yeah.
Oh, that would have been sick.
Um, what's an instrument you've always wanted to learn but haven't yet?
I've always wanted to learn the harp.
That's what I was gonna say.
No, you can't.
Oh.
Yeah, the harp. It's interesting. It's kind of soothing and it's enchanting. I thought that'd be really cool. So yeah, harp.
But it's a little bit. It's essentially a piano, like. But that's what they call the strings in a piano is the harp. So like, you're effectively just taking that and standing it upright. It's all the notes are laid out consecutively for you. It's
Yeah.
Have you seen that harp player that chucks all the weird fucking pedals?
yeah. She runs effects pedals on her stuff and everything. Yeah,
Be a bit carry it to the gig though. But
yeah.
No, but yeah, I'd love to learn the harp because it's just a really fascinating instrument. It's just something completely left field and different. Apart from that, probably something like the mandolin, or it's still guitar based, but it's something completely guitar.
Ooh,
Maybe.
it's a bit more like my friend had one. It's more like think of it like a ukulele, but a 12-string version.
Yeah. It's just that much different, just a little bit different from what I do now. So it wouldn't be that much of a leap, but
Yeah,
I just love
Sound.
the different sound of different instruments such as sitar and all these different type of instruments from around the world. And they just take slightly different skill sets to be able to really play well.
Well, it's like the difference between like guitar and bass, right? Like if you play guitar, you can play bass, and if you play bass, you can play guitar. But to play them proficiently, there's a different skill set that you need to put into effect there. So
it's
actually
to play with them, but to play them well, that's another story.
Exactly.
really, really weird. I worked that show I went to on the weekend, Raf. Cannot for the life of me remember this band name. I did give them our card because I really wanted to have a chat with them, but they're on stage and I'm looking at, to me, what looks like 3 guitars. I can hear bass. Oh, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, right.
I can see, I can see 3 guitars.
Well, mate, it's possible like pitch shifting, or maybe they were using the Fender the Fender Bass 6 or something.
Yeah,
which looks like a baritone guitar.
That's what I said to him. I walked up to him and I've gone, where's your bass? He goes, that's a bass. I go, bro, that's a baritone guitar. And he goes, no, that's a bass.
The Fender Bass 6, yeah. It's a unique baritone guitar that occupies a very, very,
It was fucking insane. It was fucking insane.
Oh,
hectic.
A band that was playing locally, I cannot for the life of me, I don't remember what their name is, but they were actually just a single, basically a guitarist and a drummer. And he was running a split signal from his guitar, one going into a bass rig, one going into a guitar rig.
Oh, was that beast mode or beast?
No, it was another. I do think Beast Machine.
Beast Machine. Sorry,
but I can't remember who they were called.
Were they from Sydney?
No, I think they're from the Gold Coast.
I've seen a guy on TikTok who does something similar. He's got like an extra sort of pickup on his guitar that basically just sends the lowest string that he's playing to an octave pedal or a pitch shifter that goes down, and so then he's got his bass, bass right there, and it's just whatever he's playing, stuff like that.
I love
So,
how people just took the White Stripes concert and just went, "Hold my beer."
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, if you could pick one big band or artist to open a show for, who would it be? I mean, yeah, I
Next. I would probably for nostalgic reasons, I would probably choose Evanescence. Just, I don't know, I grew up with her vocals in my head all the time. That would be cool. Evanescence / In Flames /
hey, that's a lineup that could work.
I'll have my people call their people.
Oh, far out.
Just picture it, right? Like Metallica, Evanescence, In Flames, Mezmik.
Yeah,
There you go. That'd be.
There we go.
I just got to talk to Anders and we'll hook up with Metallica and Evanescence.
Yeah. There you go. Like, you just got to get In Flames on board, and then they've got the connections for the rest of it.
All has. Well, they're like they're Norwegian, Swedish. They're Swedish. Right.
They were actually like, I started listening to them in high school, and
yeah.
had the Come Clarity was actually a song at my wedding,
Oh!
love that band.
Yeah.
And getting them to see them at Soundwave the last time, it was at Eastern Creek.
Yeah.
And then getting to see it.
That one.
I was on the right side of the mosh pit pushing people.
Yeah.
Eastern Creek.
I was so hot that day.
Oh, it was.
They were melting on stage. I'm like, why would you put a bunch of Swedes on at 4:00 in the afternoon in summer?
Yeah, and then follow it up with Dez's band. What was it?
Devil Driver.
Devil Driver was like
Yeah.
one or two after In Flames or something like that. I was just like, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Mm.
They ran out of water. I was like,
that was the last one.
Oh, my
That
bad.
was an Eastern Creek.
my bad.
Yeah.
Like, they were poor buggers.
Yeah.
And what about you, Chris? Who would your pick be?
Just for our band, it's hard. Like if I was being like nostalgic ways, it'd be Def Leppard, but somehow I don't think that would actually really mesh too well. But bands like Within Temptation, Lacuna Coil, they would just be
Oh, far out.
Lacuna Coil is such a good live show.
they are so good.
I love Lacuna Coil. I could sing every single song if I could. I could start a Lacuna Coil tribute band if people would let me, but yeah, like
Does anybody remember a band called Lycanthia? They were a Sydney-based band. It was a symphonic goth band.
The name rings a bell.
Bro, I swear I still have their album in my box of CDs, but they were fucking insane.
I'm pretty sure I had a track or two from them back in the day somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how I got it or where it went to, but I'm sure I had something.
Yeah. See, like, what happened to these bands? Like, where did they go into the nether? It's like, you guys were awesome. Oh.
The Sydney scene happened.
Yeah. Okay.
It was swallowed itself whole.
Who is a band or an artist that you're listening to right now that you believe is underrated and deserves more attention?
Should I get my Spotify list out?
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
for it.
go.
Grab it.
I'm actually. There's a few. Let me get my list up. So Mezmik. No.
Keep that on top of the list.
Yeah. End of the Dream.
Yeah.
They're really good. There's Cryoshell. I'm not sure if they're still together, but they're really good. You go.
Shit.
I'm running through my list. I'm
I
like,
can't remember names. I mean, the Halo Effect, obviously that's X in Flames. They probably need to be a lot bigger than they are because they are just releasing some absolutely awesome stuff. I'll have to grab my notes now.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually.
But
Oh,
yeah,
hey, the Halo Effect just dropped something new as well.
yeah, they
The
did.
latest album.
Oh, yeah. Sweet.
Literally already this year they've dropped an album.
Yeah, they're onto it, eh? I was like, they must have planned
I
that.
dig that. That artwork is hectic though.
Yeah.
I was like,
Sorry.
probably.
Almost looks like a Taj Mahal kind of thing.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Victoria Kay, her vocals are really impressive. I would like to see them go a lot bigger, and also Crave.
Yeah.
Crave
Yeah.
I reckon they're a bit of a powerhouse that are just
Especially-
so underrated. It's weird.
I mean, they're starting to get some really, really cool supports, which is fantastic for them. Because just they got so much energy on stage, it's just
I was like, damn.
when you have to follow playing them, you're like,
No, we'll go first.
Well, Crave was one of the first bands that I saw from this, like after I moved up here, because I moved up from Sydney in June of 2020, and so obviously there wasn't a lot happening gig wise really. But when we finally kind of got out to go to some stuff, it was just go to the Valley, check out a few places, whatever, and we ended up at Tomcat, and Crave happened to be playing, and I was just like, the fuck are these guys?
Yeah, they're all quiet and stuff off stage. Then on stage, it's just an explosion. You're like, my gosh, you guys are phenomenal. Like,
they do a great job.
Yeah, the amount of work and energy that they put into it, you're like, I'm exhausted watching you guys. It's a good exhaustion. So.
Yes. What is something people may be surprised to learn about you?
crickets.
What do I want to say?
Yeah, well, we're getting to the tricky end here, so
Surprised to learn about me. You go first.
Okay,
well, I groom dogs for a living, so
That's mad. That's pretty surprising. I'm surprised.
do you tell them that they're mature for their age? Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. It's just like
I'm like,
and I can't even take credit for that joke. I've seen it online, whatever.
bastards.
No, but that's pretty cool though. That's a cool job.
Yeah,
there must be, lots of a bit of fun getting to.
Okay, moving on.
I'm just a sci-fi tragic, especially old 80s movies. I live for really cheesy 80s sci-fi movies.
What's your favorite obscure 80s sci-fi? What's your go-to?
There's just so many. Oh, Tron, yeah, that would probably be that's the one I always going to watch at least once a year, along with all the original Star Wars movies. I have to religiously watch them once a year, otherwise I'll evaporate and disappear from the screen.
Like Obi-Wan.
I changed my answer. I'm a big Trekkie. There you go.
Yeah.
That's way cooler. That's way cooler.
So,
Trekkie's cool.
Yeah, we both love Star Trek, Star Wars, anything sci-fi is just our jam.
Yeah,
and that's
nice.
Yeah, we've tried to incorporate some of that sci-fi imagery into some of the Mezmik stuff that we're releasing as well. That's because it's cool.
Nerds are cool, all right? They're just
yeah.
I agree. I have a statue of Luffy in my background.
Yeah, and in case you can't see all the fucking shit I got back here,
yeah,
fucking Transformers shit, like Dragon Ball Z shit.
Oh, actually, yeah.
We'll just turn the camera really quick.
Hey, there you go.
Oh.
That's all you get.
I'm a Lego tragic as well, so.
Hell yeah.
Man, nothing wrong with that. It's the best.
All right.
You know what the funny thing is? It's like your parents always told you you'll grow out of it one day, and then you just go adult money and you double down.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Especially,
I'm gonna prove you wrong, Mum.
And the Lego company is just like, fuck yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because then 9 times out of 10 they pass it on, just like my best mate and his kid. It's like, oh, I just bought the Lego Death Star. It's like, man, your boy can't build that. It's like, we got it for the both of us. Like, he ain't helping you build that.
That's it.
Get over there and watch.
As a childless millennial, I feel it is my responsibility to use my adult money to buy all of the things that I wanted as a kid but couldn't
Exactly.
get. So,
I mean, I had to pull myself back from actually starting a Transformers collection because it'll be the next thing, and I think that would just be the death of me.
I
Look,
won't tell you about the new ones that they brought out now.
I'll be honest. The only reason I've got that classic Soundwave is because it belonged to an ex of mine, and when that partner was moving in with me, we were clearing stuff out of her place, and I saw the box, and I was like, "Is there anything? Is that actually what it says on the box?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, it was my ex's. It's just been sat up there since 7." I'm like, I was like, is it actually the thing? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, can I have it? Because I'll be honest with you, Soundwave was like the one that I always wanted.
Yeah.
As a kid, and my parents never bought it for me, and then once I started working, they kind of like, I went to a bunch of toy stores and nowhere had it. Like nowhere had a proper old school Soundwave, and so I'm like, no, that's in my shit forever now. If you guys,
that opens.
Sorry, the chest opens, and it has a couple of the cassettes and everything. Yeah.
The Mezmik and Rumble.
Yes. Yep.
It was blue.
If you guys could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, what would the album be?
Oh, any of the In Flames. Let me think.
Which one, though?
I don't know. I can't choose. It's like choosing children. Which is your favorite?
So for me, it'd be Fear Factory Demanufacture.
Nice.
Strong choice.
I've been listening to that ever since it came out religiously, and it's affected so many parts of my vocal style, my guitar playing, everything. That's probably the most influential album that's ever come past my ears. So
Nice.
Okay.
Solid.
They Siren Charms by In Flames. That it's a little bit lighter than their heavier stuff, but it's still got that element. Or the following. Or Sounds of a Playground Fading.
Yeah.
So
that's when they started to go.
That would be a chore. Or Battles. Or
it's
sorry, I'm pretty predictable.
Choosing Children. Like those albums, I know they sort of do cop a bit of flack for sort of mellowing out as their years have gone by, but to me, like their early stuff.
Name me a heavy band that has been very, very popular that hasn't mellowed out to some degree at some point in their career.
Yeah, exactly, and just sort of just tweak their sound, and I think just their songwriting and just the melody structures that they've started incorporating into their later tracks are just so beautiful.
It brings another element to it, like you sort of, that you're experimenting outside the box, and then you find something else that works, and it's like, try this then, So, you can. I think they're continually growing, because if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's going to get old really quick. So,
and sometimes it gets wrong, and you release your own sad anger. But
hey, Saint Anger would have been a good album if it had better production. I
actually agree.
I've maintained
very bad
that if an up-and-coming band released that album with good production, they would have been hailed as being ahead of their time, like ahead of their years, and it would have propelled them to whatever. People just... The production is an issue that I think just about everyone can agree on, but if a band other than Metallica had released that album, I think it would have been far better received than it was.
The really funny thing is, because I got caught into the loop of that, because I was always buying albums as soon as they came out. I had that on pre-purchase back in the day when we actually spent money on CDs, and when I got it, I listened to it. And I'm like, yeah, this is kind of cool. There's a lot of there was so many cool elements to the songs, but fucking snare.
Thank you. That hollow, empty tung tung tung
Yeah.
tung tung
Yeah.
tung tung.
But the interesting thing is, I ended up getting the deluxe version of the CD when I bought it, and they had a DVD version of a live jam that they had.
Yes,
Where-
I know the one you're talking about.
And the actual live jam that they recorded sounds 10 times better than the actual recorded album, because it's more of a not to say typical mix, but the snare sound is what you'd expect for a snare.
Probably off. Or
More-
I had the single version of Some Kind of Monster,
Yeah.
and it had a normal snare sound.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And then like the drum production was a lot more like standard drum production than whatever experimental thing they were trying to do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, all
And-
the credit for trying something new.
Yeah. And I think there's a guy on YouTube, I think, who has like basically redone the whole album. Like he's taken
Wow.
some
okay.
like pieces out that he feels are unnecessary or that like make the songs longer than they need to be. He's got like better drum production, like he's re-recorded everything, even done his best Hetfield impression on all the vocals for the things. And like it really is like it's worth seeking out. It really is, because it just shows it proves what I said about the album. And like it's a great example of they were so close.
Yeah.
But even if they'd released it with better production, like it still would have copped a lot of shit just because it was Metallica doing it, is all. But no, that's a really, really like it's a album that is, I think now people are finally starting to that were hating on it are starting to kind of give it at least a little bit of credit.
Yeah, but that's because Lux Eternal or whatever, that last album that came out, was so much worse, like in comparison to what it is. And to be fair, like, look, man, that the drum sound in that last album is the best it's sounded in like the last 20 years, as far as I'm concerned. Like the drum sound in that last Metallica album was on point.
Yeah. I mean, I loved the load reload era as well.
Yeah.
I mean, different, but it was a good different. They experimented with Saint Anger, that had so much potential, but they just try and mess it up. And then Death Magnetic was brilliant songs.
that was
just they messed up the mastering, and it's just got that hiss in it. And
Get it on vinyl.
Oh, it does have. It's eliminated.
I brought it on vinyl, and like it was produced for vinyl rather than.
Well, it's because they own the vinyl
iTunes
factories.
album, like CDs, digital stuff. It was mastered for an analog format, and they didn't correct that for other releases, I don't think.
I'm definitely gonna have to try that, because that's the one thing that album could have been so much better than it was. I mean, the music was on point, all the songs were great, recorded well, but yeah, just when listening to it on on Spotify, or even when I got the CD, it's just that it's got that really harsh edge to it.
No, I thought the same. I had the CD and I'm like listening to it. I'm like, oh, it's great, but just something sounds off. And then when I got the vinyl, listened to it on the vinyl, it's like perfect.
Yeah.
So highly recommend that. Okay, last question here. Last question for Quick Question Quarter. What are you most grateful for about your involvement in music?
Oh, there's quite a lot. I think the connection and just the ability to share your emotions, what you're trying to portray across with someone else, and that connection that you make is something magical. Like we were saying, after a gig, people come up and give you a fist bump. But that I think that is something very unique that you may find it in other things, but I think because you're creating the music yourself and someone understands it and connects with you, it's
something special.
It's a definite wow factor. So and just the ability to be able to express yourself musically, because I know if I lost my voice and could never sing again tomorrow, my heart would break. Like it's a part of who you are, and if you're missing it, it's like you're not yourself. Is that a bit too soppy? But I mean,
No,
it's beautiful, and I love it. Question. This is we're trying to. We used to have a bit more of a negative question to end this off, but we tried to make it a bit more positive for this year. So we're switching it up. And besides, we've got another video coming for all the negative shit. So
this will be the
cover it.
Energy, happy vibes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the connection, I think, and the ability to express yourself. So.
Yeah. For me, especially being in metal, it's the sort of the cathartic nature of the whole writing process. You can really vent some emotions that you would get arrested for if you were vented in any other way. Just being able to sort of channel your feelings and channel, positive feelings, negative feelings into an art form that hopefully resonates with other people. And even if it doesn't, as long as you're putting it out into this artistic form, whether other people listen to it or not, it sort of gets it out of you. And I think that's probably really good things. And my dog agrees too.
Sorry.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. That's really, really nice. Right. Well, we'll wrap up the quick question quarter there. Thank you so much, guys. We really, really appreciate that. We will have links to everything that Mezmik is doing down in the description, so you can go and follow them on all the platforms. Thank you very much to Chris and Jolene for chatting with us today. I have been Reverend Raph. He has been the Beer Buddy Kyle. You guys have been amazing for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really hope you had a good time. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell down there. It helps the channel grow. We are still a fairly young channel, and we like to try and grow our audience all over the world. We do also, for those of you who are interested, have a Patreon. It's just a couple of bucks a month. At the moment, you get all the videos early and ad-free, but we are working on ways to increase the value of that and make it a bit more enticing. So don't forget to keep an eye out and check back on what's going on over there. Other than that, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.